Hi everyone, it's AnneMarie Czyz here, back with AMC Connects. Wednesday comes awful quick. I said that last week. It's great to be with you all. We've been spending a bit of time on AMC Connects since the beginning of the year, talking about the most important things like workforce, all of you, and community, like the rest of you that may not be in the Rome Health workforce, but you're tuning in to hear what's going on in healthcare. So we're going to go a little deeper in this episode. But before we do that, and introduce our guest, that's an amazing expert in the realm of workforce engagement. We're going to talk a little bit about an updated report from HANYS. So stay with me, please. Welcome back, everyone. Well, if this is the first episode you've tuned into, in healthcare, we do have a few agencies, advocacy agencies, and New York State healthcare, and one of them is the Hospital Association of New York. They do a great job. I've referenced them in some past episodes. They provide a lot of information and prioritization of what healthcare institutions need across New York State, because it's a lot, and we've tuned in on a couple different topics with some episodes. But HANYS did release a 2026 report with some important demographics that I wanted to go over today. It's newly updated, as I just said, in 2026, and there's specificity regarding Rome Health. In summary, HANYS does recommend to provide the latest facility report highlighting the organization's critical impact on local community and economics. The report highlights the economic activity that hospitals and healthcare networks generate, jobs you support, and key services that we provide. It provides information on the community benefit and the portion of our patients who are covered by Medicare and Medicaid. HANYS has also published updated statewide, regional, and congressional information. State Senate, State Assembly, hospital, and system analysis can always be referenced and seen on the HANYS website. It is a good website. It's pretty easy to navigate. We encourage everyone to use the reports and really stay well informed if you're interested in healthcare. Certainly our workforce is, obviously. And so when we're talking to state and local elected officials and policymakers, it is really good reference point because a singular voice really matters in terms of shaping and reshaping the landscape of healthcare. So I thought it would be helpful on this particular avenue and pathway of communication to share some of the economic and community benefits as it relates to our community. Economic activity. HANYS defines economic activity generated by hospitals through jobs and the purchase of goods and services makes up about 10.4% of the state's entire gross domestic product. And the economic activity for our community is $23,000 for our particular community. Jobs supported are 1,500. Hospitals and health systems are often the largest employers in communities and generate many more jobs and are top 10 private sector employers in every region of New York. Tax dollars generate is around $28 million. New York hospitals generate significant tax dollars and stimulate the economies of local communities and the whole state. Payroll expenditures is around $80 million. New York hospitals' number one investment is in their people. We talk about that on AMC Connects regularly, including direct salary and benefits to their employees, and that transcend around the community. Community benefits and investments is around $18 million. Adhering to their charitable mission, hospitals cover the cost of care provided to people in need, subsidize care and services to low-income, elderly, and underserved communities, and continuously invest in many community health initiatives, which, of course, Rome Health is a part of. In terms of this 2026 report in the immediate past, outpatients that were provided care was 196,000. People treated in the emergency department was 34,000. People admitted to the hospital was 4,300. Babies delivered was over 700. Patients covered by Medicare and Medicaid at this hospital, our hospital, Medicare and Medicaid patients make up over 65%. And the hospitals, over half of our hospitals' patient service revenue comes from Medicare and Medicaid. This is a result of the large volume of services being reimbursed by Medicare and Medicaid, which do not cover the cost of care, and driving significant underpayment from these public insurance programs. It's part of what HANYS helps us with, is just making sure that stakeholders and elected officials really understand the economic impact that hospital health systems provide, certainly providing jobs, and again, that overall impact to the economy within a particular region. But as we've talked about a couple times, and as particularly in my month-end notes of recent, is that healthcare costs have been climbing pretty rapidly since the pandemic and immediate post-pandemic, which has really challenged some of our mix of covered lives population and being able to keep up with this overall cost of care. We're working at it. We talk about it here, but again, thought that report would be helpful for all of us that are tuning into AMC Connects. And you can see on the full report the overall economic impact in those same categories for New York State as a whole. So hopefully that was helpful. As always, please let Chuck and I know through the mailbag. Can't go an episode early on without talking about the mailbag.
Never.
Please tune in and make sure that you're offering up your thoughts and opinions on topics and some of the information I'm providing, and then I'll spend more time on it depending the feedback. Well, I'm really excited, as I said at the beginning, that workforce and workforce engagement has been a top priority here for us at Rome Health. Dr. Estivo didn't talk too much about it 2 episodes ago, but he has a really deep passion to make sure that Rome Health is an employer of choice for the county, upstate New York. We want to be the best in every area, and employee engagement and employee satisfaction is a top one. So we've been doing different creative things over the years, a lot of great fun. As I said, our guest on this episode is just the master leader in this particular category. Before I get to my introduction of her, did want to talk about what was recently sent out, which is our Employees of the Month, which is just one avenue to recognize all of you and the great employees that we have at Rome Health. So we wanted to have everybody join in and congratulate from our Employee Health and Wellness Committee following employees for the exceptional commitment and care not only to our patients, but to families, employees, and the organization as a whole. We do have our Employees of the Month for the month of March. We have Andrea, Hamilton, Larry on rounds today. The team in that area was celebrating that. Andrea is a wonderful resource on our unit. She is a strong RN with great communication skills and organizational skills that help our unit run smoothly when she is the leader. I love that. Mark Rundler. Mark comes to the unit when asked without hesitation. He is friendly and smiles when he rounds and engages in conversation with the staff and patients. Last week, when I called for assistance to help de-escalate a situation between patients, he responded within minutes. He helped us verbally de-escalate the patients involved, and we did not have to call a code gray. He stayed on the unit until he knew everyone was safe and continued to round for the day. Thank you, Mark. Great work to both of you, Andrea and Mark, and just a huge shout out for being Employees of the Month. We have little tokens for those Employees of the Month, and we do have our care recipients for the month of March. We have Maria Oracino, Madison Davis, Tyler Hamilton, Pablo Diaz, Paula Schrafer, Brian Raycraft, Jim Romeo, Jodi Wallace. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh.
Maybe a little bit of a hint. Shannon Altieri, Grace Engel, Tan Nugent, Michaelina Burke, Abadan Med Midovic, Linda Knickerbocker, James Murphy, Justin Yeager, Chloe Pearson, Sanquel Turner, Amy Pastore, and Richard Wishart. Shout out to Plan Ops, EVS, Wound Care Team, all of the above. A formal thank you. Without further ado, it's just my pleasure to introduce Jodi Wallace, who is routinely on this list and nominated by
I can't see anymore, but everything's black in here.
Jodi, your humility, I just love it. Well, I have been like, I feel on my side, just like emotionally connected to you from the first moment I met you.
Do you remember the first moment we met?
I
do. I'll remind you again because it's embarrassing.
I do.
Jodi, bring the mic a little closer to you.
So
bring it in.
I got on the elevator and you were on the elevator and I said, I love your spirit. And then you got off and I'm like, why did I say that? I don't even know why I said that. And then a couple months go by and I'm like, do you remember me? I'm the one that said I loved your spirit, but you didn't remember that I said that. So I reminded myself again that, yeah. But just your energy, I loved it the first moment I met you.
Well, maybe that's why I felt like we were kindred spirits, because I feel that way about you. And it's not just me. It seems like the entire workforce at Rome Health is just genuinely grateful for all that you do and you contribute. We'll talk a little bit about that, but how much you care about all of us, like genuinely.
Yeah.
Why don't we start with what role do you serve within the organization? Because you wear so many different.
Yes. So my title is lead supervisor, nursing supervisor. So I oversee the supervisors of the float nurses and the transporters. That's my current role. I also am on a lot of committees, so Employee Health and Wellbeing Committee, the DAISY Committee, and oversee organ and tissue, a little bit of everything, all my passions.
Yes. Do you like that?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love being able to recognize the staff. So even try to every day when you're around, because things get busy, people are busy, just taking a moment to remind someone like you're doing a great job, when everything else could be going bad and terrible, it really makes a difference in their day.
What I also have learned from you and transitioning to Rome is that you have this amazing ability to hold us all accountable without making any of us feel bad that we haven't met a standard that we have to. Like, I anchor my mind back to vaccination rates, and we really were required to have certain levels of vaccination rates, and you championed that for us. How do you do that, and how did you know and learn how to do that? Like, you make people feel good about when we don't measure up, and then we start measuring up because of you.
I try to lead by example. I never ask anyone to do anything that I wouldn't do myself or feel comfortable doing. I don't really know. I think I was just gifted this way. I don't know. Born this way. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really have a good answer for that.
Well, I think that character is something that you reference being born with. That's awesome. Well, tell us how long you've been at Rome Health.
13 years.
Wow.
13 years this month, actually.
Congratulations. Yes. Oh, Joe.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, you got a pom-pom.
That's exciting, yeah.
Lucky 13. So that means it's going to be a great year.
It is. It's a great year.
Going to be a best year ever, right? Now, why have you stayed at Rome Health?
That's my home. That's my community. That's my family, really. I love everyone there. I love the employees. I love the community. The patients come in and ask for me by name. The families know me, trust me. Yes. And that's my home. I'll never leave. I've had a lot of opportunities over the years, but I'll die there. I will literally die there. Yes.
Somebody gets to take care of you maybe someday,
One day,
right?
yes.
Wouldn't that be nice? How do you think that Rome Health, I mean, you're not the first person that feels that way, that Rome is home and we stay. Why and how do you think Rome has created a culture like that?
I think our leadership and administration has a big part of that, and they lead the way by example. But also, I feel like it's a small community hospital. Everyone knows everyone. I know everyone's food status, if they're vegetarian or if they're, because it's small enough where you can do that. In big hospitals, you don't have that same connection. And I know everyone's name. I know, I don't know. I feel like everyone feels that way. It's just a home family environment.
Yeah. And now, how did you get connected with employee engagement or employee wellness and engagement?
I actually think I was a part of it as a supervisor before I went to Employee Health and Wellbeing. I love it. I love anything that's going to be, fun activities or doing something giving back to the employees. Yeah. So I was a part of it then. And then when I took over Employee Health and Wellbeing, I took over the committee as well, like lead. And I actually did step away for a little bit because everything was so busy, but I'm back in there again because I just can't stay away from there. Yeah. As busy as it's important. And I love doing those things. I love being able to give back to the employees and let them know how important they are and appreciated they are.
What do you think the greatest activity or investment is, and what should we look to in the future to be like I think when Dr. Estivo and I were talking about goals at the end of last year for 2026, that's what he was saying. He's like, I want us to be a magnet. I want us to be the best in the state, out of any industry. And those were like lofty goals. So what do you think we're doing well?
Well,
and
that absolutely. I mean, Magnet is absolutely amazing. Ashley and Michaela leading all of that's a great goal right there. I think that would probably be my number one thing that I would say.
Oh, okay. Like continuing to shape the
Yes.
culture, using some things like magnet criteria and all of that, because it really is people-centered to make sure we're taken care of and built so that we can give, to our patients.
I wouldn't say another movie night for sure. Because that was a disaster. I do. Yes, we're eating glass light bulbs and then we did a 2.0 and the speakers didn't work and what a disaster. But we did try really hard.
Chuck, were you here for movie nights?
I don't think I was.
No, we missed it. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. But
That's 'cause I wasn't involved.
Had a good time. I know.
Those were like my first couple of years.
Yes.
I loved it.
I know.
By the way.
Everyone had a good time still, even though,
Because we were together.
Yes, that's what matters.
And nobody was doing anything
Yes.
in those years. Like everybody was scared.
Right.
And you decided with a group of others that we're just going to pummel through because
we're
we're going
gonna
to celebrate us and we're going to be together.
And it was fun. Remember the pie in the face that day, our carnival
Yes,
day?
the pie in the face.
I got pictures of that. I'll show it to Chuck later.
There was pictures of a pie in the face. That was like, maybe the person should remain nameless, but she was very excited to get that pie right in my face.
Well, you had to then, because I remember a doctor that also left a very busy department. I'm going to cry.
Do you remember? It was like all the way down me.
It was terrible.
Oh my gosh,
That was fun. Yeah.
But it was fun. I thought that was great, the field day. I mean, I thought movie night was fun too
Yes.
because we got to be together, but
Yes.
that was a huge hit,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yes. I love those things.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, they kind of give us that feel like outside of the work we do every day, but still on campus and whatnot. That was really good. Well, if you could pinpoint what you think is most important to our employees and to our teams across the network, what do you think is the most important?
I think making them feel important, making them understand that how much we do value them and how much we need them. We wouldn't have a hospital if it wasn't for them.
Well said, Jodi.
So I think that's the most important thing, is just making them know how very important they are.
Yeah. Well, when I was thinking about being able to have like time just me and you one-on-one, and then for everybody else to hear us too.
I forgot about them.
No
I was
pressure.
getting calmed down.
No pressure, right? I was thinking about, I mean, this is just such a gift for me to have you all to myself for, just a few minutes. But there's a lot of challenges that we'll just say over your 13 years. I have a number of years in healthcare underneath my belt. One of the kind of scary components is the violence on healthcare workers has shifted and changed over the years, don't you think?
Yes, absolutely.
There was recently an article published, not in our county and not in our area, but it could have been, of some of the concerning things that teams are faced with. Ashley and I talked a little bit about it because there's
I
that.
watched that 10 times last night, remember?
That respect and heal, but where are you with that? And
No, I 100%. I'm so happy that they're passing laws and understanding that it is important, because it's been happening the whole time I've been at the hospital.
Yeah.
I've seen employees get punched in the face. I've gotten kicked in the head before, had my hair pulled, spit on. It happens. And you could be the nicest person trying to provide the care to the patient, but because they either have a mental illness or they're intoxicated and impaired in some way, they're acting out. But it's not okay to be treated like that when you're coming to work and trying to help people. So I'm glad that they're recognizing that it's a problem and trying to, support the laws to hold people accountable.
Yes. If I can ask Jodi, just unpacking that a little bit, how have you recovered from that? And it feels like you've built resilience and additional skills and kind of living through and coping with some of those very challenging circumstances. Can you share with us?
I think, back then when all of that was happening, our security wasn't the same. We didn't have security 24 hours a day. We didn't even have a second locked door in the ED. Anyone could just walk back. So it was very dangerous. I feel very safe now. I think over the years, we have improved dramatically for security. And that makes the nurses feel safer and the employees feel safer. So I would say that.
Great. So some of the assessments that we've done and really making sure, and I think my commitment is, and certainly Ryan's and, Alan's, overseeing our safety and well-being on that front, is that it's going to be continual.
Right.
How can we continue to learn? How can we continue to have a line of sight out there about where are the risks and how can we grow? So, yeah. Thank you.
But we're doing great things.
Yeah. What do you think of the metal detectors?
I love them.
Weapons detection,
I've been
right?
wanting them for years. So I'm very excited. I mean, you've heard about nurses being shot and doctors being shot and employees, being hurt. So weapons are very easy to be snuck into the hospital. And look how many you guys have caught just from having them.
In the short time we have.
Yes.
Right. It's a good reminder to the community that does tune in to AMC Connects. I did hear recently that a number of people that people remember in the community that it's against the law to smoke on campus. Our policy is a little bit farther out, but the law is you can't smoke within 15 feet of any of our doors, as well as weapons. You cannot bring weapons onto the main campus. And those sometimes people have personal views on that, but that is the requirement here and across the state for sure. So making sure that we have checks and balances, even for visitors on the campus, is really important. And for any of our sites, because we have sites off campus, of course. Well, what's your favorite attribute of our workforce?
Oh, gosh. My favorite
Like, what do you think we're the best at? Scott had announced, he re-announced, he didn't watch AMC Connects like you do, Jodi.
Yes. I currently became the best viewer.
Number one fan here, number one fan.
Shooting up those likes,
I need to know the answers. Now you're going to change them up on me.
Scotty had talked about on last week's episode, but I think I had gotten the chance to announce it as being accredited for safe patient handling and use, and making sure that our employees are physically safe and are always working, even if it's in different capacities. So that's such an incredible.
We have a lot
attribute.
of the nursing home has a lot of accreditations for being so amazing. Maternity, we have a lot of departments. Medical imaging, we have a lot of the leaders are just very dedicated and they strive for all of those. I think that's what does set us apart too.
Yeah. I was kind of anchoring back as I'm looking at you. I was, I think, in a resuscitation event with you a couple years ago. Maybe it was a little while ago. And I was just really in awe. We were in the emergency department. Do you remember that? I think I was shadowing you. I know.
Oh, yes.
I was shadowing you a little bit just to kind of
breathe then either. That's great.
That's okay. But your ability to handle, so there was the event going on and certainly tracking and trending clinically what needs to be provided to the patient, but there was law enforcement there, and you just had this amazing scope, and the way you respected and honored the team, I think people had to be redirected in real time. I was really in awe. It was like you were the conductor of an orchestra.
That's why I love my job. The supervisor role is the best role, and I've had multiple roles at the hospital. I started ED, ICU, acute care. I've done medical imaging. Been a little bit infection prevention. I tried that. That was fun. Thank God Katie came because I was not.
You did very well with that role.
I did very well acting, but I made it through. I had no idea what I was doing. So I was so thankful that she came. And I loved employee health and well-being, but I missed the interaction with patients and the employees. I love that. And in this role, you could be in every department. And, if you want to hold a baby, you can. If you want to go hold someone's hand, you can. There's someone on comfort care that doesn't have anyone there. You're there, Right. It's a great role. And be able to put out fires and solve problems, it's constant. And the day goes by so fast.
Yes.
It's the best role. It is.
Oh. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you have that niche.
Yes.
Now, share with us, what are you doing professionally to continue to grow? And
education.
Yeah.
I'm getting my bachelor's because I was in that year where you didn't have to when I graduated, and I was not excited to go back to school, but I will be done at the end of this year.
Congratulations,
yes,
Jodi. What a
exciting.
Huge commitment.
It was a huge commitment because I'm not good with school, just like I'm not good at this stuff. But we're doing great.
We're
doing great.
Do you feel like it was worth it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, I've learned a lot so far, and I've definitely learned to step out of my comfort zone too with that. So definitely.
Wow.
I highly encourage everyone to do it.
Thank you.
I'm one that was like, I'm never going back to school. I do not care. I'm grandfathered in. I don't have to.
Yeah.
And I've met a lot of nurses, and not to say someone with a doctorate degree, they did a lot of school, but it doesn't, in my mind, it didn't make me less of a nurse because I still was a great nurse.
Right.
But honestly, they do give you the tools that help you advance and to grow. And I'm very happy with my decision to do it.
And I bet validate. I'm sure there were things that you just inherently knew because you're an exceptional nurse and human being. And then having some of additional formal education, did you find that it validated things that you like inherently knew?
Yeah. But I also learned a lot too. I'm still learning a lot. Yes.
Great. So you would encourage others
Absolutely.
that don't.
I have been on the floor. It's like, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay.
Oh, Jodi.
Yeah.
Now, what made you like jump into it? Like, why did you end up doing it?
The role that I'm in, I should have my bachelor's. And the magnet journey, I really want to be a part of that. So how can I do that if I don't even have my bachelor's? So that's right. And continuing education is very important.
Yeah.
There's always something new to learn and to grow, to become a better leader.
Yes. That's great. I'm a little humbled in front of you, Jodi. I mean, like,
okay.
It's true. Like, wow. Very proud. It's like we're a magnet. I know we've got a great deal of our journey to go, but
we're going to do it.
Yeah. I feel like we're like so close. Our outcomes, how we're getting to those outcomes, we can track like the process now. Really wonderful stuff. What would you say? I haven't asked this question in quite a while on AMC Connects, but
I studied for nothing.
And yet, you're still getting an A in your new study. So far, so good, right, Chuck?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. If I wake up every day and I'm like, if I'm going to serve in this position, how can I be the best CEO ever? Like, not just like,
I think you just keep doing what you're doing. You keep showing up. You listen to the concerns, and that's what I tell the employees that too when they're feeling like maybe frustrated. Like we have great administration. We have a great CNO, great COO, great CEO, everyone, CFO, all of them. They're all wonderful. And Scott, I don't want to forget him. If I forgot anyone else, I'm sorry. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everybody. But you guys listen. If we bring problems forward, you listen to them, and obviously it's still business at the end of the day, and we still have to, follow that, but you listen to the concerns and trying to find resolutions, and that matters.
Yeah.
Huge.
Thank you for that, Jodi. It's time to get to know you a little deeper. Okay. It is. I was going to change it up, but we've
do it.
No,
do it.
I love this. But Jodi threaded it in. Like, my first question was going to be, how many AMC Connects have you actually watched?
Some of them more than once now. Yes.
Well, let me ask you this then. What'd you think of them?
I like it. I really do. I think it's a wonderful idea. I think, for the community too, the community can watch it, and the employees, it's wonderful. I actually learned a lot of things that I didn't know, just even being at the hospitals. I was like, oh, that's good to know.
Oh, good.
I didn't know that rolled out. That's good. So the communication is wonderful.
Oh, okay, great.
I love it.
Great. The whole philosophy that many of you told me, like, my first couple of months at Rome, like, AnneMarie, when you know stuff, tell us. Like, there's a lot to work on, but, like, we don't want to, find out what's going on in the organization, like at the grocery store.
Right. And then it feels like a secret, or there's something hidden. So people like to know. Transparency is huge too.
Yeah. So just another way to do it, right? Obviously.
Very creative.
And Chuck wants me to be fun, and I'm not inherently fun.
Great.
I mean, I have
You're always fun. Whoa. I've never said you're not fun.
No, you haven't. I've said that. I think
always fun.
Yeah, I have brothers, and my oldest brother, he was gearing up to give me a compliment once, and I was like, wow, okay, I'm gonna get a compliment. My brothers are great guys, but overly complimentary of their sister, I'm not so sure. Whatever. Or I was waiting for it, and he said, what's great about AnneMarie is that she has a wonderful sense of humor. I don't take myself too seriously, but those, you're this way, those inherent funny timed people. You are one of them. You are. Yes. And so those people. I'm not that. Chuck's trying to make sure I have a little twist of fun on that. Okay. Well, what do you think could be better for AMC Connects? What do you think would draw? Employees would be like. I said this to Louie a couple months ago. I'm like, Louie, he's an ICU nurse, right? If people don't know, I'm doing great things. What would make you wake up every Wednesday and be like, I can't wait to watch an AMC Connects? What do you think I could do to make it better? I
think you're doing good. I think it's, I enjoyed all the episodes, and I learned things from them. Very informational, plus you have fun times in there, so I think you're doing good. The pom-poms are great. Everything's going great. I love Chuck when he gets involved. I think he should do that more. Yeah, he's fun. Yeah, he's fun. Get even with you, Chuck.
Do you know where the pom-poms came from?
Katie Freya. Yeah. I watched that episode.
I'm testing her. You didn't know you were here for school today, did you?
That's okay.
I'm
prepared.
Jodi,
Yeah.
You're like an A plus.
Yeah.
It's not just an
That's
A.
great.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't think we've had a guest that has had like AMC Connect references.
We're going to have like an AMC Connects like
Quiz.
just showdown. We're going to have the top ones come in. We're going to do a whole quiz. It's going to be a thing now.
I know.
That'll be another contest I win.
Yes. Okay, I was going to ask you that.
I know.
Have you ever won a
I
contest?
did. I had to think because I was like thinking all the cooking contests.
Yeah.
I was like, and when I was in, I don't know, it was elementary school. I think 5th grade. I won a DARE contest. You had to write a letter about DARE, like to keep kids off drugs.
Yes.
And I won that, and I was so excited. I think I won like
Nice.
a trip to Enchanted Forest or something. But that was very, it was very cool. Yes, that was very.
So-
I thought about, I'm like, man, I don't think I've ever won anything but like the cookie contest, the chili contest, like cooking stuff, like nothing. And I'm like, no, I won DARE.
You won DARE.
I won
You won
DARE.
DARE.
Congratulations,
Thank
by
you.
the way.
That was a big honor.
And that was early in your years.
Yeah.
Well, what's your favorite go-to gas station snack?
Thought about this too. I always get the Jack Links. It's like the jalapeno stick with the jalapeno cheese. That's my favorite thing.
So you like flavor.
Yeah.
That would make sense because you're an amazing cook.
Yeah, spicy.
That's great. So what's your hidden talent?
Oh gosh, I don't really have a hidden talent except for IVs. That's
Yes!
really it. IVs.
I mean, you are amazing.
yeah, I'm good at IVs. I can say that.
Yeah, which is so important. I mean, all joking aside, it
Yeah.
is so important to our patients.
I wish I
and
could say
our
singing, but that's not.
We could try. I can cue up some music here.
I knew. I
Let's
figured
see.
you'd make me sing, so I said I can't lie.
We can right now.
caregivers. Or tap dancing
Yeah,
or
or
something.
the alphabet backwards.
Yeah, I know.
Like a first tabby has to be so cool. Why?
No.
Yeah.
Is it bad I've been
awesome.
practicing that a little bit at home?
I can't even
The
get past
backwards?
Z.
Do you
Z.
I was
know?
trying to see if I could do it.
Yes, at the end of one night, a couple nights ago, I was like driving home, and I was like, I'm just gonna do silence right now. Can I do the alphabet words? No. Go, Tabby, I guess. So, what's your favorite movie?
Ghost.
Oh, okay.
Yes, my favorite.
That's a great one. Wow. Ghost. Yeah, I'm anchoring back. That brings back a flood of
Patrick
memories.
Swayze.
I was gonna say, yeah. What, Is that
yes.
the reason why? Or
No, I love the
story?
story.
The story?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, that's still.
doesn't hurt that he's there. You know, I mean, he's there, but he's not there. You know?
Right.
Yeah, but it's a good story. It's a very sweet story.
It is a sweet story. This gives some of us that have been through some things in life some solace, right? We could talk about stories on that. Maybe the next time you come on.
Oh.
You are a wonderful sport, Jodi. We do. Have you been like you couldn't wait to get one of the
Yes.
tokens?
I couldn't wait.
Would you like to pick one? Was there one token that you like better than the other?
You can pick.
Well, I was looking at your water bottle and I thought I love navy and pink.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, Jodi. You know, that was staff inspired, of course, when I saw some of our nurses have their water bottles and they had stickers on them, and then Chuck created that for us.
I
So
love it.
I love that. I love that people are dressing up their water bottles. Well, I do have a closing inspiration, and it was given to me by a colleague that we actually both know. I worked with the colleague longer than you did, but it reminded me of you, and so I hope you liked it as much as I did. But it's the 10 rules for the ride of your life. Number 1, you are the driver of your bus. Number 2, desire, vision, and focus move your bus in the right direction. Number 3, fuel your ride with positive energy. Oh my gosh, that rule number 3, I just thought of you. Oh my gosh. Number 4, invite people on your bus and share your vision for the road ahead. Like when I talk to you about accountability, that is like exactly what you do for all of us. Number 5, don't waste your energy on those who don't get on your bus. Number 6, post a sign that says no energy vampires allowed on your bus. Number 7, enthusiasm attracts more passengers and energizes them during the ride. Number 8, love your passengers. I think I speak for the whole workforce that interacts with Jodi, right, everyone, that we feel loved by you.
I do. I love everyone.
Number 9, drive with purpose. And number 10, of course, have fun and enjoy the ride.
I love it.
Thanks for
What
being
is that?
that. I don't know.
Oh, I love it.
It's like I'm actually referencing it,
Yeah.
though. I'm actually referencing it, though.
I love it.
Yeah, wasn't that a good one? I'll make a copy
Thank you.
for you and
Thank
leave
you.
it with Julie. Well, everybody, if you haven't seen Jodi in a while, high five her, email her, or just plain air hug her for all that she does for our organization, for our patients, for us, for the community. We are so blessed to have her. And thank you, everyone, for creating the best care out there here